ready for the workout?
I'm ready. I'm ready to work out P-Day.
What are you guys going to do today?
We're doing chest.
How many weeks out are you?
3 weeks out. Yeah. I'm ready. Let's get it.
As far as conditioning, it's there already. I mean, I would say he can still be drier a little bit, but if you ask me, he can compete anytime I say yes. So we are pretty much there. So just right now, of course we going for a little more conditioning, but main focusing right now is keep his full. We just increased his calorie. Then he just said he's still losing some weight, which is pretty good actually. If you're getting ready for the show, then you increase the calorie, you're still losing weight, means fat is the best way. So he's on right track. So let's do, still training is still same. Main purpose for training, of course, building muscle. Losing fat is doing by cardio and a diet. So we go on heavy. Let's go. Many people make mistakes when you get close to the show. Of course, you're tired. Usually you're like always depleted, like this close to the show. So people tend to decrease weight you can lift, but you lift. But this is a time you actually need to keep lifting heavy in order to make your mass and make you look full. Means if you are full, you look actually harder on the stage. So if you decrease your weight, you lift, what happens is you look actually flatter. Means even if you don't have any body fat, you appear a little softer compared to when you're full. So we don't make that mistake. 3 weeks out, but we still train heavy. Then incline. So I see Sean's physique it's well balanced, but as chest, many people has more developed, well developed outside and lower, and Sean's the one of them. Only like I seen some, like probably like 1 or 2% guys well developed upper chest. So usually when we train chest, we do upper, incline first. The incline should be, the bar goes down to close to your neck. Look at this one. Yep. Yeah, perfect, yeah. Good, good. Yeah, see. You can see his upper chest, bar almost goes down to the neck. If you look at from here, it's all one dimension. Everything one dimension. Elbow, wrist, bar, one dimension. Just go up and down. Keep the repetition 10 until he feels like. So for example, this probably for him it's no problem to hit 10, but maybe third set he struggle, then I'll just help. It's never happened you have too long rest if you're a bodybuilder. Bodybuilder, he wants to push, right? So, but sometimes this kind of exercise, mass exercise, I want you to rest a little longer.
About
like probably like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, yeah. You feel like you resting too long, but make sure keep your weight heavier, to make it. So later on, you can kind of go quicker.
Like 2 weeks out or something?
I mean later on training.
Later.
Yeah. Like first couple weeks. Yeah, first probably 2 exercise, we going for heavy.
Okay.
1, 2, 1. The Smith machine, if you look at it, it has a cable.
The cable helps.
Yeah. So actually, it doesn't have whole weight, like the free weight. So it looks heavy, but it's still heavy, but it's not heavy as a.
I appreciate you trying to make me feel better.
But good thing using Smith machine, you have more focus. So this time, and it's still free weight, but it's like a middle free weight machine. So I would say it's relatively safer than free weight. So 3 weeks out, you don't really need to take a risk, to do. Of course, if you like free weight incline bench press, go ahead do it. But I would pick Smith machine or other machine, especially this close to the show.
Just for fear of injury.
Yeah. If I had to pick like a machine for home gym, I would pick Smith machine for sure. 3, 4, 5.
Should I touch my upper chest?
Yeah.
Touch it? Okay.
Yes. So I like to touch all the way down, bar touch your chest and all the way up. Just when I say all the way up, I don't mean shoulder goes up. Shoulder always down, but go lock out the elbow. Some people like not to lock out, means elbow stop right here, but it depends. It depends on how you like it. I personally like all the way up. Then when I lock my elbow, of course I still feel a little bit my triceps, but I feel really hard contraction on my chest. So how you feel?
Yeah, I feel good.
Really? Good. When you contract, when you feel your elbow all the way lock up or stop right before?
Well, I kept it kind of bent a little bit.
Bent? Okay. Yes.
Right before I stretched it out.
So Sean said he likes to do stop right before lockout. So that's how he does.
But I should.
No. It's almost like 100
I
weight.
feel like I'm kind of resting whenever
Right.
I lock it out.
Right. Yeah. That's why some people just don't go all the way up. I do. I feel more contraction, but it's all how you like. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, come on. 7. Yep. Come on, push. Yep. 8. Push. Right there. All the way up. Good. Okay. Nice. You haven't done it?
I mean, I don't go that low. Maybe like 2 inches above.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. Sometimes you do little tweak. It makes a big difference. I don't mean it does make muscle. It does build muscle, but you feel like you're doing same exercise, same rep range, but just little tweak makes the exercise a little different. And your brain, because brain is gonna tell muscle to grow, right? Muscle doesn't grow by itself. So brain, we have to hit something different to the brain, because brain is very. If you do it like the same thing all the time, you still feel fatigue. You still feel hard, but brain is not stimulated as when you started that kind of training. So now, since I'm here, so I critique a little bit training. It doesn't mean Sean is doing something wrong. It's just I show him a little bit different. So his body and his brain sharp. Sean is always training by himself, and just having spotter behind him, mentally it's a huge advantage. Because when you go heavy, you always have mental wall. So you feel like next step, if I go down, you feel like you're not gonna come back. That's the fear. But if you have somebody behind, you can go ahead and go down and try.
I think I would have stopped at 6, but you helped me, so I got 2 extra reps.
4. Yeah, come on. Go. 5. Yep, right there. Push. 2 more. Yep, push right there. Yeah, push all the way. 1 more. Yep. right there, all the way. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Good. Yeah. So as far as spot, as you can see, I try to have Sean squeeze, his all his strengths. So I didn't go like, how you say?
Yeah, I've noticed like you helped a little bit and you let it go.
Yeah, I help on the sticking point, which like he stopped. But if he goes past that sticking range, he can go by himself. Because this is the range you don't have you have a minimum strength. You know what I mean? So I just help a little bit and try to have him, squeeze out all his strengths. So I just minimize my help, right? But sometimes it depends. Sometimes some guy like it more on same movement. Some guy want to keep same movement. Some guy like Sean or me, I don't like it. I just like to do like a little minimum and squeeze out everything. So it depends, and I think the chest it's very effective. You go like this kind of spot. Sometimes different body, like arms, if you go like really slow, it's more like you start using other, like other body parts. So try to, more like rhythm. Rhythm is that? It makes sense. Rhythm, like same rhythm, yeah. Same tempo. Yeah, tempo. There's no particular way how many sets you should do or how many reps you should do. It all depends. But I would say like if you do like that kind of heavy set, 2 or 3 is enough. Then I always like to do some down set for the more like a pump. Then a pump is one thing for us bodybuilders. It's very important, and we know it's not like a scientific based proof, but we kind of know we need to do pump set in order to grow. I don't think it's anything any scientific again proof, but since Arnold Schwarzenegger, we always focus on pump. So last set we just go for pump. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. So this goes down to around like a nipple, so elbow tuck in a little bit, then go like this way. So this hitting your lower chest. So we did upper chest. Next one, it's gonna be more lower chest when you hit showing physique. But when you stand up, this makes your chest more 3D. Yeah, good. 1, 2, 3, good. Yeah. You can already see striation here. Alright. 6, nice. Yep. 7. Yep, a little bit here. Yep. 8. Yep, a little bit here. All the way up. Okay, good. This happens when you get close to the show. Even Sean is not super low carb, kind of like not high carb, but he has a good amount of carbs, but your glycogen storage is low. So when you start with good amount of strength, it goes down quick because you're burning so much glycogen so quick. So when you're so-called off season, you eat as much carbs you want, you have more storage in glycogen, so muscle appears full, and you can have more endurance when you train. How you feel? You feel like depleted already?
Yeah, I mean I could usually do this pretty easily, but I could tell I got tired pretty fast.
Yeah. So this extra help actually squeeze out more of your strengths, so you fatigue quick. Means train, like it doesn't matter how long you train, it doesn't matter how intense you train, right? So it means he's doing good training. He doesn't need 190 minutes. He probably need not even probably 1 hour, 45 minutes. But we today we are talking so a little longer. But usually chest is not that big muscle, so I would say like 40 to 60 minutes would be enough, more than enough.
How many rest days per week?
Between each body part. So
Well, I mean like 3 weeks out, like how many days should I take off per week?
the
rest day?
Rest day.
Yeah.
I right now how you split? How do you split?
Right now I'm doing 6 days a week,
1 day off.
1 day off.
Yeah, I would say it's, do the same.
Just keep it.
Yeah, keep same. Because again, training is for building muscle. So conditioning is made by diet and cardio, right? So diet and cardio you can manipulate a little bit, but training, because then you want to build muscle up until to the show. So it doesn't really make sense. Sometimes people do more training, but training if you are not recovered, it doesn't build muscle. It's actually eating muscle, right? So off season, so-called, I don't like to say off season, but when you are not prepping for the show, when you are prepping for show, it shouldn't be changed training. 5, 6, yeah, 7, yeah, come on, easy. 8, yeah, easy, come on. 9, yep, come on. 10, oops, 2 more. Squeeze out, come on. Squeeze out. 2, good, yeah. Very good. Okay, same thing last set. The down set. So we go a little lighter and I'm going for pump. 5, 6, yeah. 7, yeah, come on, easy. 8, yeah, easy, come on. 9, yep, come on. 10, yep, 2 more. Squeeze out, come on. 2, squeeze out. 2, good, yeah. Very good. Okay, same thing last set. We down set. So we go a little lighter and I'm going for pump. Again, many people train by yourself. So it doesn't apply this method because this extra rep, you can't do it by yourself. So when you train by yourself, you can do a straight set. You can do actually, I like to apply less pull set, which we can actually do next set because Smith machine is the best exercise and a bench press. So let's do like when you stack, just lock it, and I count 10. You go again. Yeah, less pulls. Yeah, less pulls is one of the best training technique when you train by yourself, and increase the intensity a lot. 1, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep on. 10. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay, like it. Yep. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 2, 1. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Like it. Yep. Another one. 10, 2, 1. That's it. No. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Ready. Squeeze. Yeah, good. So this one of my favorite chest machine, X Evo gear. wide chest press. So what this does is stretch out your chest, and it kind of like a fly and press, like to mix together. So it's not really chest press, but kind of like over here to in, over here to in. So you can really stretch out chest. Then again, I can tell Sean's striation when he stretch out. So which means this is again not nothing. There's no any scientific evidence, but a lot of bodybuilder does overstretch. Means makes your chest straight. So I'm really not sure it really does, but I feel like when I do stretch by doing this, I have more striation. So just try it, believe it, and try it. So Sean is doing this one, then of course he did already a too heavy exercise. This you need to go all the way stretch, all the way up. So you don't really need to go super heavy if you can't handle that weight, but we go a little more heavier. Good, good. 3, good. 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 3, come on. 4, come on. 5, nice, good. Yeah, good. So I always say 8 to 12 reps for muscle building, but real world, once you start your set and you feel like you can go more, you should do more, right? So the most important thing is you train to failure. So of course sometimes on purpose you don't go failure. For example, like if you're shooting for more strength, you shouldn't do failure set because it's a lot demand to your motor unit. But other than that, for muscle building purpose, rep range of course important, but the most important thing is again is going for failure. Yeah, pretty pumped. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Good pumped, yeah.
Because I feel like my upper chest is probably the weakest for me.
So it's not weak, but you have good shoulder. So it appears a little flat, but I think when you pump backstage, focus on here, like this, and your conditioning will be crazy. So we can go pretty crazy. Aggressive carb loading, so you'll be full on the stage. Sure. The good thing, he's ahead of schedule, so we can kind of play around and see his condition. There is no way he will lose his condition from here unless he start eating donuts every day. This is one of the underrated exercise, and many people don't do it anymore. But personally, this built my chest more thicker, and actually hit back too. So then today we do bench this way, but you can also do like cross bench. But okay, let's
hold it like diamond.
Yeah, diamond. Yeah, like that. Stretch. Yeah. When you go up, go up a little more here. Yeah, good. So stretch this way. Squeeze. Yeah, perfect. It's more like a muscle control. If you don't have good connection, first I use when you do it, you probably don't feel as much, but as you practice, you can feel chest really squeeze up. Yeah, his muscle control is perfect. So you can actually see right here is really contraction. Oh, yep, good. Stretch. How many?
11.
No. 12. Let's do 15. 13, good. 14, one more. Good. Yep. Strong. This bend over, squeeze 3 seconds. Muscle control. It's not heavy anymore. Yeah, just chest up, yeah, with the like, most muscular. So good. Yep. 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Stretch all the way. Yeah. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. Sean can do obviously much heavier, but I don't want him to do. Instead, I want him to contract and hold it. Contract, hold it. Then a pullover, stretch, hold it, contract. So this superset is not about weight. It's more like a mind-muscle connection and squeezing. So we did already heavy, 1, 2, 3. So this one is more contraction, focus on conditioning. What are you taking?
Size on.
So Saizon still, he's still on Saizon. It has 40-gram carbs, but he needed. I always like to Saizon. Me personally, I was same as Sean. I was taking it right before and up until like a few days before show. But of course, some people, it all depends your condition. When you need to decrease your carbs, sometimes you need to cut off Saizon. But as far as Sean, he's getting a condition, and now he's increasing his calorie, so he still maintain his Saizon and all these workout drink.
You think I can take it till last day of last day of my weekend?
Yeah. Why not? Because this sustain his mass and fullness. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Good, looking good. Okay, let's check how you look.
You survived.
Right. If you're a competitor, you always look for more. So, but to me, you are right there. So, you can, like I said, you can compete tomorrow. That's very good. We can play around, and especially your back. Let me see your back. Back, very crazy condition. Yeah. Do like a Christmas tree pose. Yeah. So when you hit this pose, you have no body fat for sure. It's just skin. You can see these striation on lower back. So condition there. I don't worry about anything else. So let's keep it going, and I'll definitely change his diet today. Sean trained hard, but behind the scene, everyone wondering, how he look like this, look great. I'm always, I'm the one, giving him diet, but he never missed. He's just, if I say 100 gram, it's 100 gram for him, not 95 or 105 gram. It's 100 gram. That's very important, and many people cannot do it. It's basic thing, but you don't see it. But all these guys looking great, they're doing something. Like they're following what they're supposed to follow behind the scene.